The new card Gambit Horseman of Death has just released, and after testing it for 20 games, I think this card could be a serious nightmare for people. I played 20 games and got just above 80% win rate, which is kind of insane for most decks. This card destroys the end of turn meta. People playing things like Invisible Woman, First Steps, and even playing against other Quinjets and things, it just destroys the game plan if you get it down early enough. Unfortunately, I don't have Bastion, otherwise I was going to try out a few decks with that card, but instead I ended up landing on a Arishem deck. So with this deck is pretty much just basic Arishem. You're almost always guaranteed to get Gambit's proc off. The only downside with playing this deck is that you're less likely to draw Gambit. For a couple of games I didn't draw it at all, to be fair. I'll do a quick rundown of the deck, even though it's fairly self-explanatory. Quinjet is Arishem card. Loki is technically an Arishem card as well, but it hasn't seen play. I found this card a blast to play though. So if you haven't played Loki in a while, I would suggest trying it out. Like, I had a couple of games where I was just getting crazy cards from the opponents, like I think Shulao at one point, that saved me the game. It's a really fun card. Then we have Gorgon, mainly in here to counter people testing Gambit at the moment, and I imagine you'll probably come across a few of those yourself. Valentina. Now Valentina could be flexed for another kind of tech card to go alongside Gorgon and Stardust and stuff, because the main idea is that it gives you a 6-drop that if you were to play on the very next turn, whether it be an Arishem, you would get Gambit instantly. That makes sense for a lot of decks, but for this one maybe not so much, because a lot of the cards you're playing are created cards anyway. Then we have Gambit themselves, followed by a couple of tech cards with Lady Deathstrike, Legion, Shadow King, and Stardust. Feel free to just pick and choose. I think having a lot of higher end ones is nice for a deck like Arishem, because you kind of need to be playing the bigger units. Then you have Ison to pull cards out of hand, and pairs nicely with Nick Fury. Nick Fury because there are times where your hand can get a little bit empty, especially if you're getting discard cards from Arishem. So having a nice little way to recharge your hand is always nice. And for the same reason as Valentina, you can play a 6-drop right after you play Nick Fury with Arishem deck as well. And then of course is Arishem themselves. So that's pretty much the whole deck. Fairly simple, straightforward. I did have a couple of other ideas. I really wanted to run it in my Evolve deck. Where is it here? I even have it here. The only issue was I hadn't clocked it at the time, that technically the Voidrum Sentry and like the other Mysterio clones and Rhino Rock and all that aren't created cards that are played. Otherwise this would have been insane. I would say something else to note is things from Merlin, like the spells, do also count for Gambit. I tried the other skill deck that I have. Sadly a little too slow. There were a couple of games Gambit wasn't getting off and it felt slightly clunky. But definitely with the Arishem deck, I think that might be the home that Gambit ends up landing in. That, and I did play against a deck with Prodigy and Bastion. I really wish I had those cards. They're two cards I don't own, and they're two cards that seem to make some of the funnest decks. So I really need to get around to picking those cards up. I think there's 10 cards I don't own, and there are 2 of them. But the idea was you would get Gambit, Prodigy it, Bastion that, just have a whole bunch of Gambits that you could then just destroy the enemy board. It was brutal, honestly. But I suppose with all of that, let's jump into some games. This feels like an elite start, actually. You're playing Nebula. Yeah, I think then it becomes Quinjet. I should probably have just put Mockingbird in this deck. If I do this, then Gambit is already ready to play. Snap. I think I snapped for that reason. I also have Gorgon. It's mainly to counter the other Gambit decks that are going to be out there. But yeah, I don't think they're going to be too happy with Gambit. They're the same, aren't they? The same power, so I guess it doesn't really matter. Oh, please hit, like, I don't even know what really. That's pretty good. They're also going to get a proc of something, but this would be devastating. I was going to say I'll leave it for the last turn just in case. But I can't... Well, I suppose it could win me left if they play a bunch of small stuff. Gambit is currently on 0 out of 5. Yeah, Shadow King doesn't do anything for me. Lady Deathstrike hurts me more. But... yeah, I'm not entirely sure, because they might play the Guardian stuff on the left, but it will get pulled middle, yeah. Unless it's Gamora. But they're very unlikely to win right. Well. Yeah, I suppose they never played enough for Gambit in the end either. 1 out of 5. Surprisingly close for seeing how far ahead I thought I was. It came down to draw and not really getting that great of cards. Oh, nice start. I must feel like snapping purely off the back of Quinjet. Oh. Snap. Screw it. I'm gonna get these games in before everybody starts playing Gorgon as well. Oh, Hotel Inferno is spicy, but hopefully they don't play 2 cards. Yeah, so we're good. We are all good. I have so much energy. Do we think they're likely to play an activate card? I mean, they're playing Gambit. Maybe. I have so much energy to play with, I might as well just leave Super Adapter just in case.
Squad's still a little late.
Same. Did they get Mockingbird? Possibly. But they won't have played anything to trigger it, so I think we're all good. Onslaught could scare them.
Behold my mighty hand.
Okay. Kind of locked the left location out of play. That's actually completely fine, honestly. You have unlocked my left location. I only need 7 power, but guess that'll have to do. Just checking Hulkling didn't get an ability out of nowhere.
There's no strings on me.
Respectable play, but they weren't even winning that middle location regardless. So. Ooh, Sarah. Sarah is a little bit insane in this deck. All the extra energy and the fact that you get to play her a turn early.
Snap.
I think that's a good idea.
I want the throne.
This sort of looks like a bot. I reserve judgment, but I am very sorry to this bot who has decided to stay when I have, who has decided to snap when I have 7 energy and Sarah on the board, but I suppose they are in a winning position, so they're just playing as intended. For now, let's keep them in that winning position, and then Legion next turn. This is hopefully how you play against a bot. I was going to say for sure, but then
Iron Man.
they could pull something crazy out their sleeve. So I never want to be certain. Okay, they should stay with that. I can Legion Lady Deathstrike. What on earth? But instead, we're going to be honorable and Gambit because it is the video after all. Did they leave? I don't think so, based on bot logic. Nice. Okay. Could you imagine if I hadn't accounted for that and I just lost?
Victory.
Because I could have, at the end of the day, put Super Adaptoid right. I still would have won. But anyway, imagine. You never know. I won't snap on that. Also, I don't know if that Quinjet sound is louder than usual, or if my sound effects are up. But I will find out shortly, I suppose. Wolverine's kind of nice here. Starbrand is probably not a card I want to play. V-Hand, okay.
Snap.
Because if I play Gambit and Wolverine here, all cards except your highest are destroyed. You know, I could also surprise them with Legion. Might be a good idea. Nice. I imagine that's probably not what they want to happen. I could just play like... Doesn't feel great. None of these plays really feel that great. they would have got my star brand. Not that it really matters. Are they likely to play something else on the left? I actually don't know. But I have Ares and Emperor Hulkling for the last turn, so I think I'm in a decent position. My ninja's going to get destroyed. My Quinjet as well, actually. Which means it's probably Starbrand and Hulkling on the last turn. Oh yeah, nice. Did you go on the right?
Set, bub.
Would have been nice though. Brood might be good enough. Where did their Phantom X come from? Because they've destroyed a heck of a lot of cards that if it was in the deck they can easily discard something, so it might be a threat. Do I risk Ares? Because again, it could literally be anything in my deck. Let's do that. Wolverine and go right.
Enough said, bub.
Could you imagine? Could you imagine? That would have been insane. That would have been insane. My goodness. I kind of wish that had happened now. Oh, but the fact to even hit Wolverine is insane enough. Oh, okay. I have a decent curve here. Kang has nothing because of the nature of the card. Would you go middle? I'll play Herbie onto that, so... Okay. It's not ideal. I was almost tempted not to do that. If I draw Loki, it's a saving grace at least. I'm only going to be able to play one card regardless, so Valentina is fine. I'm happy with leader. I'm 3 out of 5 for Gambit. Yeah, I think this is crazy, honestly. Got a really insane Herbie. Gambit's going to probably kill Nebula and... Wow, okay. Definitely crazy. There goes their energy. I also have leader, so there's no chance of them ever pulling ahead. I don't know if this is a bot or not. I have a feeling it's not. It might just be a high Evo player. So I am very sorry to them. Let's do leader. Have they left? Because honestly, I wouldn't blame them. Looks like we're still on. Okay, Legion. I can play Legion and Super Adaptoid, but I don't think there's any location that I would really benefit from. But it is more energy. So do Super Adaptoid, then Legion, then I think we're fine. Yeah.
Victory.
Crazy. Gambit is crazy when you get it off early, I think. And you can kind of know what it's going to hit. Super Adaptoid was way too situationally specific, so I removed it for Nick Fury. Going forward, in case it seems slightly odd. And I say that as I think this is an end of turn deck. Oh, Aurora. Okay. Well, we can play Nick Fury now. I think it is an end of turn deck.
In heroes.
It's similar to the one that I've been running.
Oh, snap!
Doctor Doom is really good here. I have two locations I need to be winning and a middle location I can't access. Okay. Then we can... What do we do here? They can easily win mid if they get their Doctor Doom, which means I need to have more power there than they do. Maybe it's Gore and then last turn Arnhem Zola? Try this. Cosmic Ghost Rider. Which is a dead draw for them. Now, I think this is my best bet. But if I hit Loki, I might be in trouble. If I hit Gore, it's still not really crazy. Doctor Doom is the one I want to hit. Oh, are they by any chance just gonna play Cannonball?
Cut off one head, two more shall take its place.
Doom rules all.
Well, I hit it.
Doom rules all.
If that went right, would they have won?
Victory.
No. This would be 23, so they'd be 4 points ahead, and I would be 7 here. Surprisingly close game though. These are some wacky draws. Well, that's reserved for a final turn play only. This is one of those games where I really probably don't want to draw Gambit because it's always just going to hit Green Goblin. Gorgon can still hinder them, so it's probably worth playing. In the long run, I'll get the extra point of power from Nekia anyway, so... Osmo. I really can't play anything, huh? Crimson Cosmos is locked off. This is decently sized stats. Cool. Wanted to play Ultron here, that is not happening. I suppose maybe it is. It's still 1 point ahead. We're really pulling at straws here. There's a very thin line between whether I win this or not. I don't have anything that feels definitive. Oh, okay. I guess they probably felt worse than I did. Heimdall. Now that is cheeky. It feels very cheeky. With Sanctum being on the left. Merlin, okay. Oh. Not Merlin. In this situation, feels like is probably going to be able to fill this before I can. I need a low cost card. Oh, okay. It's actually not too bad. Drax can get out of there. Bruce could level up, evolve. I don't even know what you call it, but you know what I mean. You Hulk out, I suppose. Oh, they fixed it. Well, I think I will let them build up that location as much as they want. Because I'm just gonna send everything to the left. This kind of feel like snapping. I haven't really snapped recently. Been playing it safe. Although watch now that I've snapped, it's gonna bite me. It would be nice if Bruce would Hulk out. It would almost make them feel like they needed to play on the right. Ooh. Ooh. I feel like I play it like this because there's no way they're beating, like, what, 15 power on the left? But Bruce will never Hulk out. Okay, let's just see. The fact that Bruce won't Hulk out is a little bit concerning. Drax will get buffed when they play Shulao.
I see the way.
No. I actually don't know what I was worried about.
Victory.
It's actually quite fun playing Loki again. I'm surprised I don't see this card more. Ooh. Do we want to just play everything? I mean, that could be kind of fun, huh? I forget how this works. Is this for this turn or for next turn? Nice. Do I just play Shadow King as well? I guess. I don't really see them doing anything with extra power like that, at least. Dog Ock and Hydro Man. Oh yeah, they're playing Kahori, that's nice to see. That's a really cool variant as well. Let's do Doc Ock. Could mess them up. They're gonna fill the location. Never mind. Stardust doesn't actually do anything with that, but did it pull it out of their hand? Huh. That's interesting if it did. I don't know if it did though. Oh, that's really curious. Because if that's the case, you could technically just delete a card from your opponent's hand with that combo.
I'm about to juice this up.
You're looking a little bit scary with your plan. Because this is not it. These cards, it's not it.
I'm about to juice this up.
Oh, Prodigy on the Gambit. You are kidding me. That is an insane combo. Because I mean now they're just going to kill Doc Ock, Gorgon and Coulson and possibly Moon Girl. Whilst I sit there and do nothing, but I'll leave you to your deck.
Escaped.
You should see my hand. Keep Space. Does anybody like this location? Because I wouldn't be surprised if nobody does, to be fair. Are they a deck that Stardust counters? Don't really know. I think it's the Aurora one, right? I mean, there's like a few mild things it counters with like Mr. Fantastic's things, but other than that, maybe not. Quinjet. Quinjet feels nice to get into cloning labs. The classic Iska. Playing against this deck makes me wish that I still had what's it called in it? Ghost. But I do have Shadow King. Shadow King on the right, followed by another good card, would be a pretty solid play. Majestic Wing Beat. Do they care about Stardust? I'll play it here anyway. I was thinking of playing it there, but maybe it's better here. I go to 16, the Iska becomes 6, and Herbie 3. 9. But are they more likely to play here? Possibly, you know. I think they're more likely to play here because they think I'm not going to have the power for it. Let's see. They didn't. Actually kind of surprised. But we're still good regardless. I actually never played anything on the left.
Victory.
Which also surprises me because of the thing, but pretty good game to end on.